please stand by for a prepared message by Derek.
This is Derek, via satellite once again, from the hospital that does not seem to care that one is a podcast star. Still have an annoying person next to me, being sick and all. So, it has been brought to my attention by the president of the Robotic Defamation League, Dr. Light, that my choice of words in my last statement caused hurt within their community. After a long talk with him, apparently machine is a derogatory term. Therefore, I want to apologize to those that I may have offended for my poor choice of words, especially to the, and my lawyer is nodding yes, robot community. There are all sorts of nice robots who do many important tasks for the sentient organic community. Robots like the White Bomber, the Metal Gears, Sector, Chrono Trigger's Robo, Tekken's Jack, Clank, GLaDOS and Portal, and of course all the robots in the Mega Man series. Now for the important news. My surgeries are almost done, and after little recovery time, I should be out and new again, ready to return to all you listeners. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Derek. We are excited that you're doing well, and this is an unfortunate event that we are sad to see you go through.
I still can't believe he messed with Mega Man. I mean, I'm sorry. It's embarrassing. I'm just saying.
Well, apparently, Deb, we're the ones who called him, and yet he's still making all these statements, and he seemed in good spirits, and yet he has to have a lawyer tell him what to say. I think that's hilarious.
Well, yeah, but realize he's messing with a very, shall we say, precise group of gaming entities in regards to the robots. I mean, they will pick apart anything he says. He should know this. So he needs to make sure that he's saying things that are appropriate. Machine, nobody says it anymore. It's not appropriate.
Is he saying the right things, criminal justice major?
I am not at liberty to say such things. I plead the fifth.
Well, I'd like to welcome all you guys to the Final Four round of the Video Game Madness. I'm going to let the panel introduce themselves, starting with my left.
Big Don in the house.
Dr. Deb is back.
Josh is here.
And as always, I'm the host. We kind of have a small panel for your Final Four, but it's kind of fitting because we have four of us and four opponents, or four participants, and I don't think I could possibly pick four other people that I would rather discuss the championship round than the four that are probably sitting here. So without any further ado, we are going to break into the bracket.
I'm glad to know you enjoyed discussing these matchups with yourself, Michael.
No one likes you.
Not according to your last statement.
Hey,
we don't need
just
to have a
because
lawyer
you
in
can't
here,
talk with
okay?
yourself doesn't mean that it's not a talent that I don't have.
It's an epic level feat.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
Sorry.
Yeah. Talk to me when you become epic level.
Oh. Ouch.
That's right. If you're keeping track at home, that's one for Don.
Oh, yeah.
So, we're going to just break right into this bracket here. We're going to start on the west side of the bracket. If your bracket's anything like mine, mine's already in the trash on fire, but it was that way after round one. But here we go. In the west, we had the matchup of Mario and Simon Belmont. I don't know. Yes, Deb?
Oh, yes, we did. I'm sorry. I was looking at the Elite Eight. I'm sorry. Forgive me.
She's missed a couple weeks. She's trying to catch up.
Yeah.
Lag.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm still loading.
You should probably reset your router.
Yeah. If you need us to do a hard reset, we can.
Whoa.
Please don't hard reset my wife. She doesn't need a handprint on her forehead.
You are healed.
Yeah.
All right, now I'm going to be quiet and let the host do his job.
In case you're keeping track at home, that's one for Deb. Anyway, so we are going to talk about this matchup between Mario and Simon Belmont. And I don't know of anybody else that I want to talk about this match other than You, Joshy.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, the interesting thing about this is I've kind of had the pleasure, as it may be, to sit sideline for all of Mario's matches thus far, even starting off this whole adventure describing Mario's extremely easy fight with Miss Pac-Man. And even... thank you, guys. Even the surprisingly easy battle with Sub-Zero. But we come down to this 1 seed versus the 7 seed, a underdog trying to make his way through the ranks. As I had hoped, once Simon beat Cloud the first time, it was, for me, I was behind Simon the whole way, and that's what I get for being behind the underdog. Mario managed to eke this one out 9-6. Ironically enough, only 15 votes were put in, probably one of our smallest voting combinations so far, but apparently Mario was able to come forth with a little bit more versatility than Simon Belmont had. I guess the range of monsters Mario's had to deal with in comparison to Simon's was just a little bit more.
Well, that's awesome. So, Josh, sitting on the sidelines for the Mario and Simon match, was the crowd? Were the crowd? Were they pretty split, or were they kind of real heavy Mario, or did the scene kind of change as the voting came in? How'd that all pan out?
Well, it seemed like it was going to be pretty close in the beginning, but after a couple of days, Mario kind of took over. Interestingly enough, from the sidelines, if you're looking at a split arena, as it may be, you've got one side that's dark and dismal and Transylvania, and then the other side's an 8-bit color wonderland, as Mario's Wonderland may be. And
Nice.
the folks at Mushroom Kingdom came to cheer, and they came to root for the only high seed to make it through on this West bracket. And I tell you what, he stood his ground. It was very, very entertaining to watch, especially with Simon's experience with the living dead. Just kind of hard to defeat somebody who's, I guess, short and a plumber. I'm really not sure completely how to explain the differentiation between them. They both started on Nintendo. It came down to a Nintendo battle. I mean, yes, Simon's managed to make it onto other platforms with his recent Castlevania releases, but Mario has stood his ground and has stood his ground all the way through this bracket.
Mario also started on arcade and Atari.
Oh, yeah.
Not
You're going
Nintendo.
to correct me like the Donkey Kong
Yeah.
bit? Yeah, okay.
And Mario has also crossed platforms because he has an Olympic game with Sonic on Xbox 360.
Oh, that
and
is on
PS3.
360.
And PS3.
I didn't know it was on PS3. Okay.
Yeah.
Something
So-
about PS3 that you didn't know.
And Mario has fought the living dead because if you remember, in most of his castle
Yes.
battles,
Skeleton
the
troopers,
skeletons
yeah.
and ghosts.
And he fights ghosts too.
Yeah, well, he kind of runs from ghosts.
I know.
Well, yeah, that's
I
true.
know. Luigi has extensive history of
Yes.
fighting Ghost.
That's true. He probably was helping him out and coaching him there on the sidelines, I would imagine.
Absolutely.
I think really the main contributing factor to Mario taking out Simon was just the amount of versatility that Mario has compared to the weapon array that Simon would bring to a battle. I think we talked about it a little bit at the last episode. It was kind of Josh versus Don, with me picking Mario and you backing Simon, which, I can't say that. It reminds me of the actual, in the actual NCAA tournament where you had Kentucky versus IU. You've kind of got two really big names in the
That
tournament.
hurts.
I know.
That hurts
I know.
right here.
I'm believe me, I love IU, and I despise other teams.
That
Go
team.
Louisville. Go Louisville.
Actually,
And,
yes, go Louisville. I just came back from a
But
conference
anyway,
there.
I would have to say that that the most impressive thing in this matchup was how it seemed like it was going to be pretty even, almost all the way. Well, probably about halfway through, and then Mario just kind of started pulling it out and left Simon in the dust.
So that was definitely an exciting match to watch with your votes ringing in. It was a lot closer than I thought it was going to be, being at 9-6. votes prospectively. And like Josh said, that's probably one of the smallest voting pools that we've had.
Yeah, that's only
15
votes.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's 18 on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
What happened to 3 people? Y'all get lost?
They're all Master Chief fans.
So what, they do double vote? I can't do that.
Speaking of the East bracket, we had the father of the incident, Mega Man, and Master Chief on the East bracket.
I can't believe that's going to be from now known as the incident.
Well,
I'm going to make him a shirt or something that says that.
We'll work on that.
I'm sure we could. I'm
Make
sure
that
we can
happen.
make that happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Donald, why don't you break down the Mega Man Master Chief match for us?
Oh, not a problem. It's definitely my pleasure.
All right, time's up.
Okay. Well, I would like to.
I'm all right.
Are you trying to break rule number 1?
Don't die.
Don't
Oh,
die.
yeah. That's right. No.
As many of our voters have discovered, when it comes to the defense of Master Chief,
You should have went to school for journalism.
I should have, or at least English composition or something like that. I will say I do have to throw this out there as kind of a side note. I really appreciate everything everyone has said, all of the comments and all the fun competitiveness we can have with our words and stuff like that. Because believe me, it's all lighthearted. I am a huge Master Chief fan. I do really enjoy Mega Man, but you know I'm much more of a Master Chief fan than Mega Man. That's the reason I voted that way.
Do you also enjoy writing 400-word dossiers on the guy?
I don't mind it. I don't mind it. Yeah, I think
if that's what it
Suffers
takes to
through
win.
that.
That's right. If that's
guess.
what it takes to win, I mean, I am willing to go that far. I am, I'm not really sure how much more I need to write for our finals match, but we'll get into that later. In general, though, I really do appreciate everything that everyone has said throughout this whole tournament experience. This is the first time we've done something like this. I know that there are other organizations that do something very similar to this, and I'm just happy to see our listeners really get into this kind of an experience. So, without further ado, a good breakdown for the Mega Man Master Chief match would probably be best described as a barn burner. I mean, it was neck and neck until I think Friday. It was pretty much, and actually at one point Mega Man was actually in the lead.
It's okay. You can wipe the tear away.
I know, right? I'm choking up. Mega Man was in the lead with votes for a time, and then I think the contingency of Halo fans showed up and decided to snatch victory from the hands of Master Chief with their bare knuckles.
Better late than never.
But well, I mean, if you're gonna do it,
I guess they'd be trying to snatch victory from the hand of Mega Man.
I guess he only.
I don't think they want to
has
snatch
one.
from
The
Master
other.
Chief.
Well, Horse
Whatever.
tried to snatch from the plasma gun from
Yeah.
Mega Man. That'd be a bad idea.
He could use his teeth. He could hold on to it with a hand and teeth.
Arrgh.
That's some dedication.
But this was a great match. I mean, you're talking about two very versatile opponents, two very effective opponents when it comes to the type of combat that they participate in. We actually had a fairly long discussion about it yesterday, but really, I think what it comes down to is Ragar, who we were actually hanging out and talking with yesterday, made the comment that Mega Man is more set up as what would be like an enforcer, like a law enforcement agent. He has really good training, especially he has versatility with his weapons and things like that. But it's kind of like a matchup between what a police officer and a special forces like army soldier would be if you kind of put them head to head, because that's pretty much what it is. I mean, Mega Man is an engineered robot from a laboratory, and Master Chief is a trained soldier from a battleground, basically. And if you know anything about the if you know anything about the Halo story or the Halo universe, I mean, the things that Master Chief and the things that the Spartan program in general make those Spartans go through, it's pretty heinous. So I think just in the end, Master Chief was able to hold out and kind of grasp victory with a
Both hands.
a mighty butt thrust from his shotgun.
Wow.
A mighty butt thrust from a shotgun, huh?
Well,
Sounds like a personal problem.
Oh, ring on the table. That'll
Yeah.
help. Yeah.
yeah.
Nice. Man. So, if you've been keeping track or if you have your bracket in front of you, I have mine in front of me. Well, it's kind of a digital one, but it's still all the same. That pits Mario from our West bracket and Master Chief from the East bracket. Now, Dr. Deb, I know you have not been here for a lot of the video game madness because of your life-saving techniques that you have to perform.
That
But-
sounds good.
But how about you diagnose Mario and Master Chief for the finals?
Ooh. This is going to be a really good match. I am really excited, actually, to see what's going to come of this, because in my heart of hearts, I am a Mario fan. I have been since I was tiny, and I will be a Mario fan when I'm 97 years old and hobbling around on a cane. So Mario has not had as tough a bracket as Master Chief, but all of his wins, with the exception of this last one, which is a little bit closer, all of his wins have been pretty heinous. I mean, he 17-1 versus Ms. Pac-Man, and then 16-3 versus Sub-Zero. I mean, he really just pretty much made them look like idiots. Now, this last one, Simon Belmont gave him a shot, but even still, he was still able to pull it off in the end. So, even though Master Chief has had some tough matches, I just don't think he's fought anyone that has had such longevity and such a huge game base to draw from as Mario. So I'm actually going to diagnose this one. I think Mario is going to pull out a win, but I think it's going to be tight.
So what are your predictions of the votes, Deb?
I think because we're going to have everybody vote, right, people? Those random 3 of you that didn't vote, you're going to come out and vote. I think we're going to have... I think it's going to be 11 for Mario and 7 for Master Chief. And I think it's going to be close the first 3 or 4 days, and I think the Mario fans are going to summon their inner plumber, and and they're just going to come on out, and I think that Mario's going to win it in the end. But I am giving props to Master Chief. Yes, I'm actually giving props to Master Chief. I'm not a huge Halo fan. I know you can all stone me when you see me at Gen Con, but
Please don't stone my wife.
okay, you can throw little pieces of paper at me or something. But I mean, he did beat some big hitters. I mean, Master Chief beat Mega Man, and Master Chief beat Sonic. I mean, that's pretty daggone impressive. Okay, he beat Lara Croft, but meh. Okay, whatever. But he squeaked it out over 2 really big heavy hitters. But as I said, Mario has had so many games, as Don already pointed out. He started on arcade, so I mean, he started back when everything was like 1 pixel, and he's come forward to be Mario Galaxy, 3D games. He's been in everything from tennis games. He's been in sports games. He's been in the Mario Kart series. He has saved the princess. Good Lord, that woman has been saved so many times.
This is not the castle you're looking for.
Nope.
I do have to say that if I was looking for someone to be in my canoe, to row a canoe with me, I would take Mario over Master Chief.
Exactly. I mean, I most definitely agree with you there. And I think, again, it comes down to versatility. And I know Don is going to give us another 700-page dossier on him about his versatility, probably in the next hour or 2. But I'm sorry, my heart of hearts, I think Mario is going to pull it out. So that's how I diagnose this going down.
Ladies and gentlemen, the doctor is in, and she says it's going to be 11-7 in favor of Mario.
Favor of Mario. That's my guess.
Write that in the book, and we'll see how it all turns out.
All right.
All right, lady and gentlemen. If that holds true, then that's going to put Mario as our winner of the bracket. Don, I think you might have something to say in rebuttal to the diagnosis of the doctor?
Well, I would have to say I definitely disagree with the voting number right off the bat, because I feel like we had 20 votes for Master Chief versus Sonic, and I think we could probably get 21 to 25 votes out of Mario versus Master Chief. And I'm going to say that Master Chief is going to run away with this bad boy. Probably, I think it's still going to be a really close match,
So he won't run away with it.
but I would say 14 to 11. I think Mario will still get 11 votes.
25 votes.
What are you
Okay.
doing, Joshua? Mario is not winning that match. There you go.
For those
Fix
of you out there
that.
that cannot see
That
what's
would be
going on,
Mario 11,
Let me read
Master
this.
Chief 14.
My husband is electronically
Good
putting down
night.
our calls, and he put Don down as Mario winning the match, and Don took deep emotional offense to this. So, all right.
I'm just trying to make sure I put some sand in your own scars after the battle from the last round.
Well, you know,
So,
if,
Josh.
if you would not have picked Simon Belmont, this would not have been an issue. But you wanted to shoot for the 7 seed, and I
He
tried
beat
to.
Cloud.
Yes, I realize that. Another match that I'm just. I hate you.
Go ahead. Go ahead, pray over it for a minute if you
Yeah,
need.
I need to.
Simmer, Donnie.
Simmer.
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 Oh, jeez.
Oh, Lord.
So, Joshy,
Yes, Michael.
how about you tell us how you see the votes turning out?
I'm going to continue on my path, which has been about 70% accurate thus far. I have had a couple of fluke, mess ups, obviously with Cloud losing and Marcus Phoenix losing, and then Simon finally losing here. But I've been trying to take a martial approach at this. That if I were to put these two in a Mortal Kombat, Tekken, Street Fighter situation, or I guess Super Smash Brothers, so it's something that's been brought up in discussions as well. That based purely off of that, not history, not favoritism, trying to take a look at it from a martial prowess perspective, I believe that Master Chief is going to win. Now, I believe that we are completely capable of getting 25 votes, so this is where we challenge the listeners out there to prove us wrong and get more. So I'm not going to do exactly the same. I'm going to say 13 to 12. I think it is going to come down to a single vote. We have had a couple of those, and I think that's what it's going to be. I think that Master Chief, somebody's going to come down on the Saturday we pull or the Friday night beforehand and either change their vote, or someone's going to come in with a last-minute vote and break a tie. I think it's going to be really close all the way through this, with Master Chief pulling out the victory.
Yeah, because I don't think we could possibly leave Mario and Master Chief to the NCAA standards of breaking ties.
No.
What, overtime?
No, flipping coins.
Or ours, because ours are flipping coins.
Yeah, ours is flipping
Yeah,
coins.
no. We'd have a lot of bitterness going around with whoever lost on that one.
Well, that was the Ryu Samus match.
Yeah, I'm still. We were talking about bitter. Yeah, the girl got gypped. I'm just saying out there.
Hey,
Are you saying you were being held down by the man?
I am. That's what I'm saying.
Well,
Being held down by the man.
as you can see, heads won, so just punch a head in the face? What? I don't...
You can volunteer.
No.
yeah, you can't. You're not punching me.
Okay. Well,
Samus is coming back next
guess
year. I'm just saying.
it's only fair that I kind of give you who I think will happen here. I, like my other 3 male colleagues, believe that Master
Sonic.
Chief...
Oh, sorry.
But that's not nice. Believe that Master Chief will come away with a victory. I think we're gonna get 10 votes for Mario and 15 for Master Chief. I completely agree that we can get 25 votes, and I completely agree with Josh that we could have more than 25 votes. But I think overall, Mario, like Deb has mentioned, Mario has walked a little easier walk all the way up until Simon Belmont there. And if you looked at the votes for Simon Belmont and Mario, Simon's a 7 seed, and Mario only won by 4. So, the only other option, of course, Miss Pac-Man was 8. It's the only person worse than Simon by ranking, and Mario whipped her in the first round. But by that path, Mario should have smashed the 7th seed. That's obviously not the case.
Either that or our brilliant NCAA bracket philosophy did not seed Simon quite where he should have been seated. I just bring up the
you
name
mean
Butler.
like every NCAA bracket ever?
Yeah, I'm just mentioning the name Butler, which a few people out there might have heard
I'm
of.
pretty sure Lehigh University defeated Duke this year, a
Yes.
15
Just saying.
and 2 seed.
Just saying.
So, in all of that same vein, I think that maybe Simon Belmont just had a little bit more than what we gave him. I know I seeded him higher than my husband did because I compared our brackets. So maybe we weren't quite perfect. I know, take a breath. We weren't quite perfect in how we seeded Simon. I'm just throwing that out there.
Well, next year when we have more than just 16 characters to choose from, maybe we can take recommendations on how we should actually seed them. Maybe we can actually, if we have the roster early enough, we can actually put them up for voting for everyone else. And then those who have...
So we can blame them when this happens.
Exactly!
Yes!
Yeah, like when we get 31 ties and
Yes.
Mario is still a 1 seed.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Well, if that's the case, then, we can just skip to the end and make it Mario Master Chief 2.
So this is a challenge for all you folks out there listening, is to get your friends to come sign up so they can help us do the seeding right. So, we need lots of input from a lot of different video game players to get this right. Right?
Right.
Oh, yeah, yeah, sure.
Thanks a lot.
Oh, okay.
That was purely rallied support because she's your wife.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Bandwagoner.
Gosh. So that was an IU game, Josh. Oh, too soon?
Too soon.
Quite too soon.
So, as we wrap up our bracket here, I as the host, I know Don already did this, but speaking on behalf of the Established Facts, I just thank all of you, the people who are going to participate and who are participating in this bracket. It's really exciting to see kind of the fan base come alive and defend who they think their favorites are or who should win whatever. And I'm very sorry that you have to suffer through Donald's 35-page novella, but it is very informative if you sit down and read it. Bring
Yes.
you some popcorn and maybe some comfy clothes to wear.
By the way, Don, I think we're planning on contacting the Idiot's Guide folks to finding out about the Idiot's Guide to Master Chief, if you're interested.
I already wrote it.
Oh, yes, sorry.
It's on there.
So just be prepared because the caliber in which Donald is going to defend Master Chief.
But don't worry, folks. I'm a doctor, and I am a Mario fan. So,
That just means we won't be
Enjoy
able to
it.
read half of what you write.
Yeah, it'll be in Latin.
the other half will be in Greek.
That's right.
Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, you got to think a lot of the original laws for. No, not really, dear.
Stop it.
You're just going to
Just
argue back
stop
and forth
it.
and bring your
Yes.
brothers in on this too.
Yeah.
Oh, I won't need to bring them. They're already there.
Oh, good call.
Yeah, they're sitting there right now.
Just so you know, the reason that I had a 426, I think is what it was, 426 word
Dossier.
sure, yeah, about Master Chief was because of one of Devi's brother's comments. Mm-hmm. Which, like I said, thank you so much for commenting. Mm-hmm. Don't stop
Yeah, no, don't stop.
just because I beat you.
You
Now
haven't
that I think
won
about it-
yet. I'm just saying.
We're coming up on the end of this video game madness thing, and our next episode we're going to discuss the finals, and talk about probably some ideas we have for the next one. But Facebook folks, we're going to have somebody go up there and put a post. We want some ideas. What do you want us to talk about? I mean,
Yeah, we need ideas.
Yeah.
we have 8 of us.
We're
and
awesome gamers, but we have short attention spans. And
What'd you say?
Exactly.
And it's also, we want to do stuff that you're interested in. And if we're talking about stuff with gaming that you have no idea what we're talking about, or, you don't even want to listen to it, then that's not cool, because we want to talk about stuff you're interested in and you'll comment on. So tell us what you're all into.
That's almost point worthy there, Joshy.
Thanks.
So if you're listening at home, you can give Josh a point.
Oh, it's a 3-way tie.
don't even know where this point system
I
has
don't
come
either.
from.
It's all right.
It's like, whose line is it anyway? The points really don't
Yeah, they
matter.
don't
I just
matter.
choose the winner at the end.
Choose the one at the end. Let them read the
1,000
credits.
points. Yeah.
In the end, it's Wayne Brady.
Has to be,
Always.
because he can sing. But, Donald,
Yes.
I happened to see a cool-looking water bottle that you have sitting over there on your little desk.
Absolutely.
Could you elaborate as to where you got that and what exactly it is?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Actually, I believe as we reported on our last episode, we have set up a Cafe Press store for the Established Facts and a couple other games and things like that we've been associated with. The website is www.cafepress.com/castingrobot, all one word. And what we have on there are 3 different options for the Established Facts merchandise as far as like the logo goes. And I actually happen to be drinking out of the 1 liter SIG water bottle, and I have the our little sorcerer logo on there, just him hanging out. And I actually brought it in with my new messenger bag that has the exact same logo on it, that you can get both from our Cafe Press store. There's t-shirts and wall clocks, bumper stickers, things like that. All kinds of really fun stuff on our Cafe Press store. So we definitely recommend checking, all of our listeners checking it out, ordering some stuff. We will be doing kind of a special listener podcast crew meet and greet at Gen Con this year on opening day. We will have more information as Gen Con comes closer and closer, which for those of you who are going, it is August 16th through the 19th. Make sure you book your tickets early. But we will be there on Thursday. Well, we'll be there all 4 days. But Thursday, specifically, we're going to do meet and greet with all of our listeners, hang out, take some pictures, joke around about stuff. And that is a perfect time, just like any other time with our Facebook. That is a perfect time to get us some ideas for new podcast shows and things like that. If you're interested in checking it out a little bit more, we can definitely all sit down and have a little powwow about it. So, just make sure you get on our Cafe Press store. It's, again, cafepress.com/castingrobot, all one word, lower caps. It doesn't really matter. But, and there's tons of merch. They have dog T-shirts on there, by the way.
Is that all? Is that all in Times New Roman?
Yes, Times New Roman, double space, 12-point font.
426 words novella.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right. Yeah, they have. And I'm still trying to figure out. I'm still trying to figure out how big a dog has to be to fit into a 3X dog shirt.
Good God. Well, as our next door neighbors have shown us
Yeah.
with their Tibetan Mastiffs.
Those aren't dogs.
No, they're not.
Those are bulls.
I think they're
with no
bears.
horns.
Yeah, I was going to go with bears.
Bears,
yeah.
that works too. They're huge.
So I suggest, and you all could comment on this on Facebook. So if we get a little doggy T-shirt, we have 2 little Cairn Terriers that you sometimes hear in the background, I'm willing to put them in this,
Deborah,
take a picture, and then remove their clothing.
Give me a second.
Yeah. Okay.
If we get over 25 votes on the finals,
Okay.
I want to see both of your dogs in a Established Facts little shirt.
Oh, I will absolutely do it at that point.
Okay. I was going to say my husband is the one who has the issues. He's
Here's
the one
the,
who's been
here's
like,
the
my dog
challenge.
will not wear clothing.
If we get 25
Okay.
votes on the finals,
Or more.
or more.
Or more.
If we get 30, I'll put my dog
Ooh.
in an Established Facts T-shirt,
Yeah,
and
he
I
has
have
a golden
I have a
retriever.
golden retriever.
Okay. All right.
So if
here
we
you
have,
guys, here you guys go.
if we get
That's
25 votes, Josh will put both of his Cairn Terriers in an Established Fact T-shirt.
As
And
a
if
matter
you-
of fact, I will even sweeten the deal.
Ooh.
If we get 35 votes,
Oh.
then
they can't do
I
it. I don't think they can do it.
will have both of my children wear theirs that I have already ordered them, standing with the dogs with theirs. 35 votes.
Okay,
That's
folks.
nearly double what we've gotten, folks. I know you can do it,
Yeah.
though. Get your friends on there. If you want to see what we're talking about, both Mike and myself have pictures of our dogs on our Facebook page, our personal pages. I know
I've
that Don's got...
I've got pictures of my kids on
Yeah,
there.
and I'm telling you, they're going to be adorable, but you got to get your votes in.
That's right.
Okay.
Josh, I know we're not exactly exclusive to only gaming in Indiana. If I hear correctly, I believe you and a couple of the established factors are
That's new.
You like that?
Yeah.
I just kind of thought of that. That you guys are going somewhere else to game.
This is true. As a matter of fact, the weekend of May 5th and 6th, another podcast group out there, which we want to give a shout out, and we hope to keep a positive relationship with them as they may be. The Fear the Boot at feartheboot.com is actually having a convention in the St. Louis area, and you can find out more information at fearthecon.com. And the reason why we're really making a big deal out of this, I know that Derek has been...
I think they have a link on their feartheboot.com website, too.
They do, so feartheboot or fearthecon.com, either one. Derek has been a longtime listener of theirs. He's even been on the podcast a couple of times now, discussing his role-playing game world or whatever. And at this convention, he's going to be holding 3 events, possibly 4, but 3 I can think of right off the top of my head. Number 1, it's more of a freelance, be involved thing, is he's working with an organization that writes letters to soldiers overseas. Another charity thing or whatever, but it gives the gamer community an opportunity to share their thanks and appreciation for the soldiers. The other couple of things he's going to do, he's doing a raffle for an iPad 2, and where all raffle ticket proceeds that come in are going towards this particular charity. And he's also going to be doing a Fear the Competition. This Fear the Competition is going to be a 2-round event pitting many of the gamers that are willing to come in at $3 a person and put their wits up against other gamers. They're going to sit down with 6 of them. Myself and Derek are going to be running 2 different tables through 3 different time slots on Friday and Saturday, with the finals being the last time slot on Saturday night. And the winner will be considered the Fear the Competition champion and have all the bragging rights for the next year. And it's going to be very interesting because apparently the established factors are going to have a representative in my lovely wife, Dr. Deb. She will be sitting in at Derek's table through this competition. So show your support. And if you're going to be at the con, come and find us. I know that I plan on, and so does my wife, at least having our Established Facts shirts on Friday night to be there. From what I understand, there's a possibility of free beer, but I'm not positive on that. So I got to throw that one out there. But I will state, now that I've looked it up,
how much is a ticket?
Yeah.
Tickets are actually $40. It's a really.
Why was this not conferred?
Yeah,
to me
really. We
before?
could have put something together.
You still probably could. I'm sure there's a Hilton Garden over there. Your wife does work there, so keep that in mind.
So hold on a sec.
Huh.
So you're saying our very own Dr. Deb is going to be participating in this Fear the Competition?
That is correct.
And so, is it what exactly is she going to have to hula hoop for 45 minutes? Is she going to have to stand on her head while rolling dice? How does this work? What's going to happen?
We are actually going to be, for what will be my first time, and I believe Derek's first time, taking a look at Paizo's Pathfinder Society. And the first round is going to be running a couple of scenarios out of the Pathfinder Society rules set. And these gamers will be judged on 4 main things: best role-playing, best assist for someone else's role-playing or action that needs to be done, best kill, which I'm assuming has to do with your descriptive ability at describing the kill, or if it just you decimate someone in one round, they will receive points there. And then the most important and most critical, in my opinion, to having a fantastic time at a con, especially if there is going to be an immense amount of beer going around, is the funniest one. That not that I'm a drinker or anything, but I'm sure I'm going to be sitting there with a couple of players that will be. And those 4 categories, the game master will rank them up and decide on a winner at that table, to then continue on to the finals, slot 6, and from there they will do a Pathfinder game as well, but it will no longer be under Pathfinder Society rules. It will just be a straight Pathfinder game, and the winner will receive the title of Fear the Competition Master, an awesome handmade trophy, which I have not seen, so I hope Derek is hand-making it in the hospital right now. And a $25...
I hope it's not made out of a bedpan.
I was thinking the same thing. Oh,
a
Lord.
$25 Paizo gift card, and the adoration and envy of all those around him. It turns out that the charity that's going to be involved is the gamersoutreach.org. They have 3 main related goals. One's to build and provide some portable video game kiosks to hospital patients or bedridden. Number 2 is to ship video game consoles and games to troops overseas. And number 3 is to organize a yearly competitive video game tournament that benefits the charity. So thus, in turn, Derek has come up with this Fear the Competition, and it will hopefully become a yearly event at Fear the Con, and who knows, maybe in a couple of years we'll be able to bring it to Gen Con as well and see if we can get a good amount of people behind it. And maybe the Established Facts and Fear the Boot can work together on it.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
That would definitely be cool.
There's also, excuse me, I'm sorry. There's also a letter writing activity. Is that right?
That is correct. I think I mentioned it earlier. The Fear the Letter, it's different than Gamers Outreach. This is not a cost thing or anything. But if you go to anysoldier.com, you'll be able to actually set up and write a letter, dear soldier, or a particular soldier as it may be, and just kind of send them some encouraging words, some thanks, appreciation, whatever. It's one of the most requested things by these soldiers. They just want to know that somebody is recognizing and noticing what they are doing over there so that they don't feel alone, because that's one of the big things that could really, really affect these soldiers overseas.
That's awesome.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
I'm glad to see that that Derek is doing some stuff involved in the gaming community.
It's probably part of his community service.
It probably has to be.
Yeah, probably, but it's still admirable nonetheless.
Absolutely, and it doesn't hurt for us gamers who take a lot of pride in our leisure activities. Because that's really what it is. Mm-hmm. To take a moment and thank the people that provide us with the opportunity to be able to do those things. So I'm excited for you guys to go to Fear the Con. Deb, I'm definitely excited for you to be a representative of the Established Facts.
No pressure.
So I guess that makes you what, an E factor?
I guess it does. I didn't realize that, but
Yeah.
An
Yep.
E factor.
Yeah, she's the E factor.
All right, we'll work with that one.
See, I just
It's
came
not
up
called
with all
the
these.
Established Facts, so she wouldn't be an X Factor. She'd be an E Factor.
Be
Yeah, no, but if we said X Factor, Fox would probably sue us.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Please don't. We love you.
We
we
love
love
you.
everyone.
Well, we love you most of the time when you don't cancel our shows, but that's beside the point.
yeah, that's another episode.
But please don't
Move
sue
on.
us.
Ooh, maybe that would be an episode. Hey, would anybody out there like us to talk about stuff like Serenity or Dollhouse or one of those? Those aren't really gaming things, but
Not true. Margaret Weiss has a Serenity role-playing game system.
sweet. Okay, well there you go. So anybody out there want us to chat about that? Because actually,
Some
just Josh
gamers
and I were
have
talking about that last
dollhouses.
night.
I don't know.
I guess.
Okay. There's a Buffy the Vampire.
Donald, I think you're reaching.
Game, I
Let's
I think I
let's-
am.
Let's just keep throwing out
Just don't take my point
things
away
at
from
Joss
me.
Whedon. I'm sure that many of the gamer community is like, yay!
Yeah, exactly. Somebody out there. I think I heard somebody. So
Who did you just say, Josh? Who?
Joss Whedon.
Joss
Joss Whedon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That reminds me of Will Wheaton.
Will Wheaton.
Mm-hmm.
Will Wheaton.
Will Wheaton. Yeah.
Wow.
I believe he'll be at Gen Con again this year.
He was there last year with the Guild Group.
Yeah, but
How
he's
funny.
got a new
Or
thing. I can't remember.
I know that
I can't remember what it is right off the top of my head.
I
but-
know that Felicia Day and a couple of others are getting ready to release a YouTube channel called Geek and Sundry, and they're going to be doing weekly shows. And Will's got one every other week. So I don't know if you get a chance to look that up. They're going to be on YouTube, Geek and Sundry, Sundry. So
I think we've plugged about 400 things in this episode.
Well,
Yeah, I
you
think
know,
this is a new record.
it's March Madness. We only had one match to deal with today. It's more, let's get a bunch of information out there. We're coming up on the
Absolutely.
summer, so
Yep.
lots
Yeah,
of
we-
stuff going to be going on.
By the way, since we're kind of in the whole plug area of the episode, and speaking of the summer, we do have a really cool contest that the Established Facts is working on putting out there for all of our listeners. We will have more information upcoming. It won't start until June anyway, so we've got a couple months, but we'll have rules and information and stuff like that, so definitely keep your ears open for it. There are prizes.
Yes.
Everyone loves a free prize.
That's right, free stuff.
It's almost as good as a free dinner.
Almost.
I know we're wrapping up here, but I want to take this end of the section of the game here and just kind of go around the room here and just kind of let you guys update the listeners as to what we're doing in our gaming. I know we don't get to talk about a lot of the games that we play. We kind of mention them as we kind of mull by them, but I just want to kind of, it's one thing for a gamer to sit up here and talk about, a good RPG or a good video game or things of that nature. We want you guys to get to know us. We want you to be able to kind of connect to some of the funny, I guess, inside jokes that we have, because it's just not the same when you're in a group of people and you're telling a joke that has a kind of an inside joke pun ending, and not everyone understands what you're laughing about. So I'm pretty sure one day in the future we're going to have Inside Joke Day at Established Facts, and we're going to kind of bear the tree of some of the inside jokes that we have.
Oh, Lord.
Deb is cowering in fear.
It's going to be like 2 episodes.
Yeah, seriously.
But I just want you guys to have the opportunity to get to know us as gamers, not just as a personality or as a voice or as the host or whatever. So I'm going to start with Don. And Don, just pick a game that you're participating in right now, and just kind of describe maybe a character you're playing, kind of the scenario that you're when you last played, where you left your party, and just kind of give a quick once around of the overall experience that you're having in the game. No pressure.
Yeah, right.
This was all new. This was my idea. This was not planned.
Like
so they're all
5
looking
seconds ago.
like they're all looking at me like the deer in headlights. So
Well,
So just so you all are aware, this is live. We continue forward no matter what happens.
I will try. I can't promise that I'm going to limit it to 1, but
okay.
I will definitely try and do my best. Let's see. I think. Well, I'm just gonna break the rules right now.
Shocker.
We have the
in
established
case-
facts, not the established rules.
That's right. That's right.
In
And
case
the
you're
fact
keeping
is,
track,
I'm a
in
rule
case you're
breaker.
keeping track at home, that's another point for Don.
Hey,
Dang it!
I'm in the lead.
That doesn't mean you win.
Oh, that's all right.
Remember, the points
so
don't matter.
play
I
the
choose who wins.
it's a golf. It's like a golf score, right? The higher your points, the lower your.
Aw.
You lose first. All right.
Play the game.
Awesome. So
It's in the rules.
yeah, it's in the rules. Play the game. Oh, good night. Okay, so 2 games that I am currently in on a role play aspect is a 7th Sea game that actually our host is running, and then a Pathfinder game that Josh is running right now. Yeah. And then in those games, I am playing. First of all, I just have to put this disclaimer out there. I love role-playing games, probably more than just about any other genre of gaming, because it kind of lets you do whatever you want to do, whenever you want to do it. In the 7th Sea game, for those of you who are familiar with the 7th Sea universe, I am playing a character from the Highland March. For those of you not, it's pretty much equivalent to someone from Scotland. But I'm playing an aristocratic type of character in the game, but it's set around the theme of kind of like Robin Hood's offspring. He's kind of picked up where he left off, and we are the new in the game we are known as Goodfellows versus Merry Men, obviously, and so I'm really enjoying that game. It's still really early in the game. We've got a lot going on. We actually just found out one of our characters is got a history that she does not know about yet. And then the other game that I'm playing that Josh is running, the Pathfinder game, I'm actually playing a Drow Rogue, which is my favorite race and class. And I am currently we are currently going through the World's Largest City. We're actually using the Pathfinder rules for World's Largest City, which is a lot of fun. And we're actually, it's kind of weird. We're playing the Pathfinder rules, and we're playing a Pathfinder theme module in the World's Largest City, which is not necessarily Pathfinder, but it still opens it up for a lot of really cool possibilities. But I and my wife is actually playing in the game as well. She's playing an Underdark gnome, or Sverfneblin, for those of you who are familiar with them. And she's playing a ranger, and so she's kind of like my little cohort. She just runs around and kills stuff for me, and I get her out of scrapes, and so we're kind of doing that. And I'm in the midst of taking over the Thieves Guild and possibly even branching off into my own and stuff. So there's a lot of really fun things going on with that game. And I will say, just to kind of change it up a little bit, one game that I am excited that is going to be coming out is Assassin's Creed 3. I just pre-ordered it. Comes out this fall, and that's it.
So, Dr. Deb, I'm almost afraid.
And I know why he's afraid.
What do you got?
All right, so first I got to throw it out there. Apparently, I am the character in this 7th Sea game that has a past that I don't know about.
And could you explain to the people as to why that happened?
Yes, I, ladies and gentlemen, am
She's
a
a
doctor. I was at a medical conference doing continuing medical education in Louisville, Kentucky, so go Louisville. And while I was there, they had decided to play a 7th Sea game. And I'm like, all right, that's fair. You know, games don't stop just because I have medical stuff. All right. So I come back, and my husband tells me, by the way, did you know that your 7th Sea character apparently has a kid? What? I'm like, excuse me? And so I start kind of flipping out. I was like, I was working my tail off going to conference, and you guys, oh man, it is going to be so on at our next 7th Sea game. So pay close attention, folks, because we may be talking about how this all went down.
For those of you who are listening, I have a very ingrained rule whenever I run, and it's not Debbie's fault, because yes, she was away, but it is very true. If you are in my games and you play my games as a character that's there regularly, if you are not there, you are not able to defend yourself, and anything that happens to your character is fair game. So it will definitely pose for interesting times for the party in the 7th Sea game, for sure. Oh,
it will, because she's a noble character as well. She actually is pretty wealthy, and is kind of connected to the character Dawn's playing, because we're both playing in this nobility. And she can fight, and she's a bit of a kind of a rogue. She doesn't always like to follow the rules, kind of a person. And so she's very fun to play. So I can't wait to see how this is going to roll out, because it's going to be free entertainment for anybody else watching, I'm sure. So, and then I'm going to follow Dawn in breaking the rule and mention...
Well, I'll just change the rules so you're not breaking them anymore.
Thank you. Good. Let's bend them. Okay. I'm only going to mention one other game because I'm actually in several role-playing games. But I mentioned one game that I'm so excited that we're actually playing. The character in it was created actually several years ago, back when I was still in medical school. And I absolutely love this character. Her name's Lindariel. She's a cleric. Half-elf, half-human cleric, and Josh, my husband, was running the game, and then things happened and life happened, and basically we got up to about 3rd level, and then the game stopped. And it was never reborn again, and it made me really sad because I put so much back thought into this character's story and her personality, and I really put myself into her, and then I wasn't ever able to play her again. So, the game that Dawn mentioned, where he is the Drow Rogue, is the same game that I am Lindariel. I am this half-elf cleric. And I love it. It's been so much fun getting a chance to play her again and be able to play against just playing against the world's largest city, because this is a huge amount of a huge arena that we can play in, and literally we are in an arena right now. And so there's so much there to do and so many things to explore, and I've just been having so much fun with this character and getting to bring her out again and start to flesh out even more things, like about her interaction with her parents, and just she's becoming so real to me that I'm just having a blast with it. So,
Right on. Joshy?
Okay, well, I'm definitely gonna break the rules on this, but number one, you have heard
The rules
us,
have already been
That's
modified.
right, they've been modified. Okay, well, you've heard us made mention of our wonderful Star Wars game with John Pettit, where we're all a bunch of
Less than admirable.
less than admirable evil.
You're
is where
bad guys.
Yeah,
You're
we're
bad guys.
Morally black.
Morally black. Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
I wish there was.
Um,
Maybe we're gonna redeem ourselves in the end.
Maybe, we'll see. That's apparently becoming more and more up to us. And I'm playing a Wookiee soldier in that one, which is quite entertaining as it may be, because eventually I just kind of go off the handle and kill everything in my path, thanks to the annoying contributions that Chupa the Ewok has presented to us. So we're having a lot of fun in that. Actually, Derek is running a game, continued stories inside the world of Pelegane, which, if you're interested in that, go to PeleganeProject.com. That's PALEGAIN project.com, I believe, and you can go and download a fantastic module called A Hero's Love Song, which a lot of these characters that we're playing in this game have continued on in their story, both Fane and Clenley, which I'm sure Mike will talk more about. Fane is my Drow Rogue, which has been a first experience for me. I've thoroughly enjoyed that. And then Michael's 7th Sea game, where we're playing a very similar storyline to that of Robin Hood with Deacon Goodfellow. And I took the approach of playing the Little John character. I will have to say that I think the most memorable of all of this has actually been being the game master for this, as it's been referred to so far, the world's largest city. But as sitting here, I finally have a title for said module, which is the destruction of Xenopolis. And the reason why I call it that, if you go to Pelegane Project, you will look, and there is a map floating around that has a giant crater. Xeno Hollow, I believe is what it's called. And this story is the history of the Pelegane world for that, and hopefully that it won't be remembered as the tragic death of the giant spider. Hopefully they will remember that of the multiple other things that have gone on.
Your wife loves you. I promise.
He wasn't. He was large. He wasn't.
No, but I mean, he's huge now, and
He's huge now. Yeah.
besides, Michael's the one that should be upset with me over that.
Oh, I've got spells now to keep him alive.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Is that all you got there, Joshy?
Yeah, that is all I've got.
All right. I will, I guess, in our new bending the rules, I will follow suit. I am participating in a game that Derek is running. That I am playing a gnome oracle of life, and his name is Clemley, like Josh mentioned.
Nerwalket.
Yes, Clemley Nerwalket. He has got orange hair pulled through a black hat, and he loves warm oranges in a bowl. So he's got a very interesting background that's been fleshed out. Don't give me that look, Donald.
That's just weird. Warm oranges in a bowl?
He's a gnome. Yeah, that's what I thought. So I kind of pride myself with Clemley that our party ranges from I think we had 4 the last time we played up to like 9 one of the particular times that we played. But I pride myself on keeping 9 party members alive.
It's true.
And I'm pretty good. He's got some abilities that essentially let him heal pretty much with every action that I could possibly think of. He could cast a cure spell of any type.
Let's not brag too much, because Derek will...
I would never.
Okay.
He would he's going to paralyze me or something. But
Okay,
the other game that I'm participating in, of course I'm participating in multiple games, but is Josh's World's Largest City game, or as he now named it, the Destruction of Xenopolis. It is not, I guess, no longer known as the death of the giant spider.
I hope not.
But
We're starting to take a tally on how many times you've killed him.
I
3.
know, 3.
Same.
But I'm playing a druid who is the brother of Lindariel. And much like Donald, my wife participates in this game as well. And she is playing a rogue that is my character's love interest in the game.
Which is a far stretch.
Oh yeah, it required a lot of effort on both
It was
regards.
rough.
Now look, it's her first character. Let's not give her grief.
No.
She's actually doing a great job at it.
Yeah, she was.
My character, he's a summoner. He's not like your normal druid. I don't do much shape shifting myself, but I do summon in lots of spiders.
Lots of spiders.
And it kind of wreaks havoc for Josh sometimes because he has to prepare an enemy, but he has to prepare for an enemy where I could possibly put down 2 and 3 spiders at a time. And so it makes it a little difficult, and I give him all the props in the world because I definitely don't make it easy. I'm one of those players that like to find the interesting yet out-of-the-box way to complete the mission that you want us to complete. And so I don't generally make it too easy on Game Masters when it comes to trying to railroad your party into doing something or try to, hey, there's this one path you get to walk through. Yeah, that's okay. I can fly. I'll figure out another way. So that's kind of how I am. And I'm super excited. I know the game is kind of at the top of the hill, looking down towards the end. And it's like Deb mentioned, it was a game that we started years ago, and it fell to the wayside. And I'm super excited to see that this is kind of going to get wrapped up. It kind of kills me a little bit each time inside when we start games that I have poured out some creativeness into my characters and make this background for him and essentially give him life, and then they just kind of sit there idle,
Exactly.
I guess. So it's nice to put rest to a story.
Yes.
And much like what Derek was mentioning with the game with the World of Palagain, I'm also starting to help Derek flesh out some of the other areas in Palagain that he doesn't have a whole lot of like campaigns taking place in. So I'm excited with that. It's a new opportunity. I've not done a whole lot of development on the side of gaming, but it's going to be interesting. So look forward to that. That's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed the end of the Final Four as we move toward the championship, and most of all, I hope that you just kind of enjoyed this last 5-6 minutes here that we just kind of talked about who we are, what we're doing, and the things that we participate in. From all of us here at the Established Facts, I'd like to thank you for listening. I know we've just taken an hour of your life, and hopefully you don't feel let down. So from the host and all of us here at the Established Facts, thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.
See ya.
See you soon.